Very sad. We'll all miss Finger Man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight has appeared in numerous classic films already, including Copland, Mighty Aphrodite, and True Romance. Please welcome Mr. Michael Rapaport. Get him out here.
One thing, Conan.
What's that?
You know, it's like it's almost summer. I come on the show. They say we're going to give you a good spot. Then I have to follow Finger Man. I mean, where can you go after Finger Man?
I don't know, but if anyone can do it, you can. You're Michael Rapaport.
It's so much pressure to have to follow Finger Man.
You'll do it.
And then, you know, like I heard in the sequel, Finger Man does a, you know, finger bang. I know, just sorry. No, sorry.
Maybe you can't follow Finger Man.
I'm sorry for being rude. I'm sorry.
Maybe the pressure got to you.
No, see,
why are you nervous? What's wrong?
I'm nervous because backstage I wasn't nervous. So then I got nervous about not being nervous.
And that happens to you?
Yeah, well, look at me. I'm a mess.
Well, I understand your life is in a little bit of turmoil. You're getting evicted. Is that right?
I have officially received an eviction notice from my landlord, Jerry. I shouldn't even give this guy like any... Jerry, the landlord, sent me an eviction notice. And I swear, Conan, last night I'm sitting in my house with my friend Box, who's staying with me.
What's his name?
Box. B-ox. He's got a square-shaped head.
Box.
Yeah, Box.
Okay.
And no lie, this is a fact. I'm sitting there with my two dogs, Frankie and Stanley, the female dogs, which I'll talk to you about later. Yes, Frankie.
Your dogs are going to have male names.
Yeah.
You have a friend who has a head the shape of a box.
Right.
Okay. I'm liking this story already.
Frankie and Stanley are lesbians, though, I think.
Okay.
But that's a whole other thing. They're female lesbian dogs with names. Anyway.
It's their choice.
Right. But I'm getting evicted from an apartment. Last night, a mouse crawls on little Frankie. You know, I'm sitting there, a little mouse is on little Frankie. And this guy's sending me eviction notices, you know, and it's like
Why is he evicting you?
He wants to move in. See, because I've done such a... He wants to... That's what he says. A move in. You know, he wants to raise the rent and, you know, and then, like, you know, whatever. But he's... And I've done so much work on the apartments, particularly the garden. You know, I spent a lot of time in the backyard in my garden with the daffodils and, you know, growing roses and that sort of thing. He wants to, like...
You don't strike me... That's funny. I mean, you don't strike me as that kind of guy who would spend a lot of time in the garden, but...
No, I do. I spend a lot of time working on the daffodils and the roses and...
Just say daffodils. Why do you say it like there's some kind of meaning there?
No, there is.
Maybe you're growing something else back there.
No,
What is that?
You don't understand. The work I do back there... Anyway, they want to evict me. This guy, Jerry, the landlord.
The landlord wants to evict you because he's tired of you and your friend Boxhead.
Yeah. Right. But there's a mouse running around my house, you see? And this is the place... I got flooded out this week, and it was terrible, torrential rainstorms. And I'm living... I wake up at, like, noon. I had a long night. And, yeah, well... And I wake up... There's, like, 2 inches of water in my bedroom.
Right.
This is New York. This is in L.A., Conan. You know what I'm saying?
That's just Conan.
I know.
You're just right.
I know.
Every time you're on the show, I correct you.
We get in it, and then someone said to me, "Do you think you offended Conan?" And I was like, "Listen, if Conan doesn't know that this comes from pure affection, and it's not like harassment,
right? Okay.
It's pure affection.
It's affection.
Affection, because no, seriously, you are the friendliest, warmest talk show.
Oh, that's so nice.
God,
That's crazy, Paul.
No, go on. No, he does. He makes you feel very, very comfortable. And this is a very, you know, nerve-wracking sort of experience.
And at least he's not calling you Box.
Right. My friend, he insists on me introducing him to other people as Box.
Right. Well, your friends all have weird names.
Yeah.
What are some of their other names,
Well,
your friends?
I got Eddie Shoulders.
Why is he called...
Well, his real name, his God-given name is Eddie Hands. But he works out a lot. Now they call him Eddie Shoulders because he's big.
Okay.
Okay, I got my man Scotty Ruggs, who came over and cleaned up the carpets.
Why is he called... He's
a carpet cleaner, only the best carpet cleaner. And I give him free pub. He charges me an arm and leg to come over. So he cleaned up the rugs with Stevie Willingness. They came over.
Willingness? Why the name Willingness?
He's a very willing guy. He's willing to do it.
Okay. Are they all in the mafia? What's the story?
No, they're different people. I got G. Moody, and because he's, you know, temperamental.
Right.
And, you know, it's a different sorts of things. But I'm getting evicted. So, and I was going to ask you, Andy, officially, I'm putting you on the spot. Can I stay over, like, through the month of July?
You mean in my house?
Absolutely. And I have matching pajamas. We could, watch, like, sports and that sort of thing.
Yeah, because that's what guys like to do when they watch sports is have matching pajamas.
Yeah. Sure. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I sort of do, because I'm going to be kicked out.
Okay. Well, my wife is going to have to find a place to stay.
No problem. Her and Box could shack up.
All right. Don't want her hanging around with Box. All right. We're going to take a break. Okay. We need a break. We're going to sort all this out. We're going to sort your life out. There's a lot more to talk about. More with Michael Rapaport in just a second. Stick around. Everybody, sitting here with Mr. Michael Rapaport.
We're working out when I'm going to move in.
Are you really going to move in?
I'm moving in with Andy.
Yeah. Well, you should know something, Andy. You're okay to talk about this. I asked before the show if you're okay to talk about this. But you've been having a lot of therapy lately.
Yes, I've been going to therapy, and I've been seeing a woman, therapist.
Right.
Betty is my therapist's name.
Okay. Does she have a nickname, too, like Betty Mental? Or?
No. I'm trying to keep a clean, clean relationship with Betty.
Right.
Right. And it's good. It's going good. Except for we're in the beginning. We're in the beginning stages. So she's starting to get to know me, and she sort of, she's trying to figure me out. So she had me go to another woman, a second opinion, just to see. She's a friend of hers, like a second opinion. Like you asked. She deferred to this other woman,
exactly,
who's quite more expensive than Betty. So I go see the other lady, and I sit down, and at the end of the $300 an hour session.
$300 an hour?
$300 an hour session, okay?
Right.
To sit there and talk about, like, whatever. She says to me, I want you to go out and get this book and read it. So I'm paying $300. For $300, I should have, like, 3 Asian women reading to me and giving me, like, manicures or something. I mean, you could get deals down, like, 42nd Street, $300 an hour. You know what I'm saying,
right.
Conan?
So you started to get mad.
No, I went, and, I got the book, and I'm reading, and I'm just saying, I'm like, I could have, like, went to Barnes & Noble and just, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I understand
$300 a pop.
What is your goal? What is your goal? Do you want to, what are you trying to accomplish?
I'm learning about myself, I'm learning about being with myself, I'm learning about touching myself, and they're just, like, sitting still.
What do you mean being with yourself?
I'm very restless.
How can you not be with yourself?
Well, you pick up the phone.
Oh, and you're being with someone else.
Right. You deter from being with yourself. So
right. You were getting ripped off, my friend.
Yeah, right? And I'm reading and
someone's telling you, don't use the phone because that's getting away from you, baby.
And you pick up the remote control, watch you at night, you know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting there being with myself, you know what I mean? Just feeling the day, thinking about the day. So I'm trying to get in touch with my inner child.
Do you believe you have an inner child? I mean...
Well, for $300 a pop, I believe in a lot of things,
You better have. Now, do you ever write your thoughts down? Some therapists want you to write things down.
Yeah, I write down stuff in my diary.
You have a diary?
Yeah, it says Dear Diary on the front.
Does it really?
I'm a traditionalist when it comes to the diary.
Is it pink? Does it have a lock?
Yeah. No, it has a rubber band. I have a letter in the front of the diary that I can't use all the curse words that I say, but because it's like a threat. Like, if you're reading this book, you should rot in hell, you dirty You shouldn't read this. This is private, you da-da-da.
That's what, like, a third-grade kid writes in their
diary. You have, Jerry the landlord comes in, he picks out the, and I don't want him reading this thing, and I just want him to know, like, his conscience should, he should die for reading the book.
Wow, that's pretty rough.
I'm just saying, it's my personal thoughts. I talk about my feelings for you, Conan. I talk about my feelings for Andy, and my whole situation.
Do you pronounce my name correctly in the diary? Is it?
I spell it correctly.
Okay. Now, what about you're doing a short film?
I did a short film called Trouble Spot, and it's about a guy who's obsessed with losing his hair, and he starts having, like, a nervous breakdown because he's losing his hair, and it's a very good thing. We just finished it. And
is it a funny movie?
It's very, very funny. It's serious because the guy's taking it very serious, but then, like, because of the fact that he's losing his hair, he starts to go to hair-obsessive anonymous meetings.
Right.
Where guys go in there like, hi, my name is Stan, I'm going bald, and they're like, hi, Stan, and all this sort of thing. And then one of the big climactic...
We know Stan.
Yeah, and one of the big climactic scenes in the movie is, when there's a guy in the hair-obsessive anonymous meetings, my friend George. I'm saying hello to everybody. My friend George...
Well, you've mentioned 85 people so far in your segment. Any celebrity cameos?
Well, I tried to get Willard Scott on the show, who's totally down with the hair program thing.
He's okay, yeah.
And I tried to get Brad Pitt, just because he's good for the box office. He's got beautiful hair, but he's been good for the box office, the financing and all that stuff. No, but, you know, it's a lot of good people. This actor Bobby Burke, a lot of character actors, New York character
we'll look
actors.
for that. And also, you just finished a film with Christopher Walken, one of the great actors of all time.
Terrific
so
actor.
You got to be happy.
Totally great experience. Not as crazy as everyone thinks. Very, very funny.
He'll be glad you mentioned that.
Hell of a cook.
Really?
Yes.
He's a good cook?
Very Chilean sea bass is his specialty.
Okay.
And he's you know, just a straight guy, very funny, very professional, and so it's good. You know.
That's great. We learned a lot about Christopher Walken. Most people just say nice guy, but you add Chilean sea bass.
Chilean sea bass. Cooks it. He brought it from my dogs. They would eat the scraps.
That's not good, then.
No, they like, you know, they're good. It's good
How good could it be if people were like, here, let the dog eat it?
Because he wouldn't finish it all, man. I'm telling you, he's a very good cook, good guy.
All right.
Chris Walken.
Thank you so much for coming by. Always good having you here. Michael Rapaport, we'll be right back. Jonathan Katz coming up. Stick around.